on that round, I really focus and very careful timing because he's looking for a big shot. You know, looking for a one punch knockout, and I keep pressure him, but I'm very careful for his counter.
You wanted to knock him out in the last few rounds. You didn't want to just win a decision, correct?
Yeah, we try our best the last round to try to knock him out because that's what my trainer says, and you know.
Did you think they would stop the fight before that 12th round?
Oh, actually, I thought in the 11th round. In the 11th round, I thought that they're gonna stop the fight, but I'm surprised that he's continued the fight until 12 rounds.
But you didn't show him any mercy.
I know.
All right, let's turn to the future. Everybody here is thinking about your next fight. Everybody was anticipating that this would be a stepping stone toward a big showdown with Floyd Mayweather Jr. Have you thought of that fight?
My job is to fight in the ring, and I think that's it depends on Aaron, my promoter Aaron, to negotiate that fight, and I'm just gonna take vacation first and spend time with my family and have fun.
Do you have any preference who you would like to fight next?
Well, for now I don't know. Like what I said, I'm gonna take a vacation and spend time with my family because this is not an easy fight.
It was a hard fight for you, you're saying?
Yeah, it's a hard fight. You know, Polo is tough opponent, and he had a lot of solid punch, and he didn't get knocked down. He didn't quit.
Can we say for sure that this is the last weight class you're going to move up to? Or do you think I need bigger trees to chop down?
I think for me, definitely this is the last weight division that I'm going to fight. Even my trainer, he agreed for that because 154 is too big for me. 147 is that's my regular weight.
What do you think is going on in Manila and all over the Philippines right now?
I'm pretty sure the Filipino fans they're gonna screaming today, and they're very happy for the victory that I gave it to them. Especially, I'd like to thank to all the Filipinos who came here from the Philippines, especially the first gentleman and the vice president of the Philippines are here tonight, and also all the politicians in the Filipino.
Wow!
To all my countrymen, thank you very much for.
Thank you very much. Freddie, you said first round, but nobody really who knows you thought you were serious. But you said 9th round, and that sounded serious.
I did, and I thought we were going to break him down, which we did, and I thought maybe if we put the pressure on, I could get him out of there, and he finally did, and I just was, early in the fight, he kind of was testing Miguel's power and laying on the ropes a little bit too much, but once he got in his rhythm of the fight, he was
when you saw Cotto getting off pretty well on him, attacking him, landing some strong jabs, did you thought, well, we've got to go to plan B, or how did your process go?
Well, yeah, I was worried. His Cotto came out, he fought a great fight. In the beginning of the fight, he was fighting very smart, and then Manny had to make the adjustments. And once Manny used his pace and his movement, it was too much for him, too much speed. And he wasn't using that at the beginning, but once he started getting into his rhythm, it was no problem.
Who would you like to see him fight next?
Well, the whole world wants to see if I Mayweather. I mean, I want Mayweather.
Thank you, Freddie. All right, Miguel, thank you for staying on to speak to us and to your fans. We appreciate the effort you made tonight. It looked like you got off very well, and you felt that you could assert your strength against him and your jab. What happened?
You don't have to tell me anything. You know, it's part of my job. I'm here for try to bring all I can for all these fans here, and I'm pretty proud of what I does in the ring. And you know, I lost it tonight, but it's too much road on my way.
Did his ability to punch from angles that you couldn't see make the difference in the fight?
Yeah, really made the difference. You know, he jumps and throw makes a lot of difference because I didn't saw from where the punch come to me, and I didn't protect myself from the punches.
You have fought some of the best welterweights of our time. How does Manny Pacquiao rate against the opponents you've had?
I fought everybody, you know. Miguel Cotto comes to boxing to fight the big name. I'm always available. And Manny is one of the best boxers we have for all time.
Yay!
You took a bad beating at the end of the fight. There were some people in your corner, your father, who would have preferred for you to retire earlier. What were your thoughts as the fight was winding down?
No, I prefer. I told to Joe to stop the fight when the round 11 was over, but I think better and I prefer to fight. Was my decision, and thanks to them for respecting my decision.
Will you continue to fight?
Yeah, I will continue. I will fight. I will continue fighting.
Thank you for a great fight.
Thank you. Thank you to everybody.
Jim?
Beaten as a fighter, he'll never be beaten as a human being, at least never badly, that's for sure. Well, Emmanuel Stewart, let's promote Manny Pacquiao, which is about as much fun as you can have in boxing right now. The crowd voted for Mayweather. Roach voted for Mayweather. Another option would be to fight the winner of Shane Mosley, Andre Berto, particularly if it happens to be the more prominent Shane Mosley, and try to get title control of the welterweight division before going on and making the Mayweather fight even bigger money. What would you do?
No doubt, you have to go to Floyd Mayweather. When you have a fight that's been made by the public, it's more so than the fighters. That was what happened with Tommy Hearns and Sugar Ray Leonard. When the public said, we want that fight to happen, it's going to happen. And I think they'll come together on the money. But it's going to be a very intriguing fight because Floyd is a technical fighter. He knows how to lay back and box a little bit. And it's going to be a lot different than it was fighting with a guy who bends forward. You know, it's not that great on the defense. But I think the fight is going to happen. It's just when and who will get what in terms of money. I think it should be a 50-50. I think Manny has earned his position as an attraction. And to me, not pound for pound fighter champ today, he is one of the all-time greats. I put him up there with the Ray Robinsons and all
Let me
these.
try to get a quick answer, not a long answer to this one. Juan Manuel Marquez, like Pacquiao, regarded as a brilliant, dynamic, offensive fighter. 2 fights with Pacquiao, one was a draw, and one was a controversial 1-point win for Pacquiao. Mayweather completely shut him down. Could he completely shut down Manny too?
He possibly could. Not that easy because the one thing that Manny has, he has balance, he has rhythm. Marquez has no footwork. And Manny can punch from weird angles. I mean, all of those knockdowns in most of his fights are not even stand-up punches. He finds gaps. Unbelievable. That's a gift that I don't think you can even teach.
All right. Thank you very much, Emmanuel. Larry Merchant, the Manny Pacquiao legend grows, and it was already pretty big.
Now, we sort of thought he was as good as it gets. Maybe he's better than it gets. I think of Manny Pacquiao going from zero to hero, which is a saying that fighters have, having come from the circumstances that many or most of them do. But he's also gone from hero to Nero, to the emperor of all he surveys, at least for the moment, at least until somebody can knock him off. But no matter what happens in the future, the fact that he's fought so many of the best fighters of his time at every weight class will mark him very well and very high in boxing history.
Indeed. Well, it was the columnist and author Tom Friedman who told us that the world is flat. In boxing, the world is flat enough right now that the biggest star in boxing for Latin Americans, for everybody on the Pacific Rim, for everybody in the third world or the undeveloped world, whatever you want to call it, and even for a huge number of Americans, is a once poor kid from the Philippines. He has risen so far that he's almost out of sight. Manny Pacquiao wins again. Pacquiao versus Cotto has been brought to you by MGM Grand, the city of entertainment in Las Vegas. Cerveza Tecate con Carácter. Aeromexico, travel the world. See what happens when a guy walks into a pawn shop on an all-new season of Pawn Stars, only on History. AT&T and its Go Phone Unlimited Talk and Text package for $60, including unlimited text messages to Mexico and the Dominican Republic. And by HBO Pay-Per-View, the best in pay-per-view entertainment, brought to you by HBO. We'd also like to thank the following internet partners. And check this out. You can now get exclusive updates from HBO's Facebook and Twitter sites. And as always at HBO.com, the online home of HBO Boxing.
HBO.
And now for our entire crew, I'm Jim Lampley saying so long from Las Vegas, Nevada.